Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your reading for the week of February 6th through 12th, 2024. If you are returning, welcome back. It's good to have you here again. If you are new to this channel, welcome also. It's good to have you here, and I hope this reading resonates with you. I hope it resonates for all of you. It is a reading for Cancer Sun, Moon, or Rising, or any other significant Cancer placement in your chart. If you find that this reading is not particularly helpful, then you might want to check another aspect of your chart. Check the reading for that. That might be a bit more spot on for you. If you do like this, if you are new to this channel, or if you are a visitor and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you get these readings every week. They usually come out at some point every Monday. I mean, usually I try to do it in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, which is New York City time, but sometimes it's a little bit later due to technological or other issues. So I do try to keep it, everything in line here. If you look down in the description, I have a link to my PayPal if people who wish to donate. I mean, obviously nobody's obliged to donate, but if you should be interested in doing so, that link is there, as well as a link to my website, liminalreiki.com, which is connected to Transition Life Coaching, which is my business. I used to call everything Liminal Reiki, but then I realized a lot of people don't know what liminal is, and Reiki is pretty narrow because that's only one service that I offer. So yeah, to definitely check out that site if you're interested in spiritual coaching, because I do astrology, I do tarot, I do Reiki, I do Oracle, I do a lot of different things. And also, I have my social media links down in the description below as well. Okay, so moving forward here, if you're not familiar with these readings, I do these according to 12 houses of astrology. I use the Cartouche deck as my main deck, and I will clarify with the tarot deck. This week we are using the Angel Tarot by Travis McHenry, and I also used an additional Oracle deck, and this week, just to clarify things, usually one summary card, I'm using the Fairy Oracle by Brian Fowler's Fairies. So, okay, so let's begin at the beginning here. This is Aries energy. This is the first house for you. So this is about how your personality, how you present yourself to the world, your identity, how you want people to see you. And you have the series with the Two of Cups. Okay, so Two of Cups can indicate that you are spending a lot of time focusing on the needs of another person or of other people. Perhaps a loved one, because the Two of Cups definitely has a very strong love vibe. Maybe you are coming across as the romantic partner or as somebody who is, there's definitely a strong emotional component and a connection to somebody else here. With Sirius, this indicates a need to kind of take the rough with the smooth. This is a symbol of strength, of thinking outside the box, of trying to be somebody who's able to creatively problem solve, I think is the way I would see this here. Maybe with respect to another person, but I do feel like, being this is the first house, I feel like right now you are trying to expand and change your horizons, maybe even taking in the viewpoints of another person. But I definitely feel like there's a reflection here of as a Cancer, you are somebody who is definitely emotionally connected to other people. You definitely have a strong nurturing streak. So I don't know. I feel like with this here, you may be focusing a lot on the needs of others right now. So let's see how that plays out in the rest of the reading. Second house is Taurus energy, and this has to do with your finances, your possessions, your values. This is Venus energy in Taurus. Okay, and you have the star with Horus. So the star is great because the star would indicate if you've been having any difficulties of any kind. The star indicates new possibilities. It indicates wishes granted. It's going back to a state of possibility. Sometimes this, star comes after the Tower in the tarot deck. So the Tower is about things breaking down. This is about new possibility and building up again. And you have it with Horus. So for Horus, this could indicate some connection to family and money. So I'm not sure, that might apply for some people. It can also just have to do with increased visibility, heroics, being able to find a way around a difficult situation. Whatever it is, Horus can also indicate maybe money coming in from creative ventures as well. So I don't know. So this, between the two of these, I mean, the Star and Horus here are both actually very excellent omens in terms of your finances, because it definitely indicates a certain kind of a new, fresh start, being able to focus on your goals and wishes. And like I said, family could be involved, but this also might just have to do with creativity and also potentially with healing as well. So take it as it resonates there. Third house is Gemini energy, so this has to do with Mercury stuff, meaning messages, short-term travel. It can have to do with technology. It can have to do with sibling relationships, brother-sister relationships. And if you're in your own business, it can have to do with self-effort. Okay, so we have Seth here. So Seth indicates difficulties. This could be a difficult communication or a message that's come in. It can have to do with, if you're in your own business, maybe there's been some block or some obstacle here. Or maybe there's a problem with a sibling relationship. Again, take it as it resonates here based on what this house is about. But there definitely seems to be either barriers to travel or communication here, something mercurial. You have it with Thoth. So Thoth could indicate a legal issue. It could also indicate something to do with writing. That may also be connected in here. And we have it with the Fool. So I don't know if somebody's taken a foolish risk here with something, or if the idea is just that you need to trust that everything is going to work out the way it needs to. Because the Fool is definitely about trust, and Thoth can also be about, among other things, divine timing. So it could be that you are having a delay or an obstacle, and that things are going to repair themselves at the right time, or that maybe it's the right time to try to rectify something and to take some kind of a risk here. So again, take that as it resonates. Fourth house is your own energy, Cancer energy. And this has to do with the home, the family, your ancestry, your sense of security. It can have to do with the mother in some cases. And we have the Chariot with Anubis here. Okay, we have Archangel Michael. So the Chariot indicates definitely taking control of a situation. I mean, Anubis indicates that as well. This is literally, Chariot's the fastest moving card in the deck. So for some of you, this could mean a literal move. Anubis also has to do with travel. So I don't know. I don't know if some of you are planning on a move or on a trip, but there's definitely a strong sense of taking control, of getting beyond delusion, because Anubis is about making your way through difficulties, having a sense of humor, going with the flow. Okay. So I don't know. If you're not actually moving, then I feel like there may be a situation connected to your sense of security, your home. And again, for some of you, potentially the mother as well, where you are able to take the reins on something and to, find yourself guided through. Anubis also has to do with protection in a particular situation as well. So if you think that applies, then that may also be relevant here. Fifth house is Leo energy, and Leo has to do with creativity, children, love affairs. Fifth house is a house of recreation and leisure, so this may have to do with your downtime and your play. And wow, you have the Queen of Cups with water. So for those of you who are looking for love or in a love relationship, this would definitely indicate definitely somebody with feelings. You could have feelings for somebody else. Somebody could have feelings for you. But there's definitely a strong love vibe here. So if there's somebody you've been interested in, this would suggest that there is a kind of a love vibe there. And the advice would be to go with the flow of the situation, follow your intuition. This could also have to do with a creative project or a child. So see how it resonates. But regardless, there's definitely a strong emotional component here. There's definitely a strong sense of going with feeling over analysis and facts in particular thing. And oftentimes this can come up too when the facts are not clear. So there's definitely a need here to kind of go with the flow on a situation. For some of you, this could also indicate a trip near water, maybe some kind of leisure trip, maybe to see somebody you love, or maybe there's going to be love to be found there. I don't know. Again, depending on your situation there. Sixth house is Virgo energy, and Virgo has to do with your health. It has to do with worry and anxiety. It can have to do with service. It can have to do with the job that you do, job as opposed to career. I mean, sometimes they're the same, but this is about your service to others. Sometimes it has to do with domestic animals. You have the Seven of Cups with the Buckle of Isis. Okay. So Seven of Cups generally comes about when you feel like you have too many options and it's not really clear what's real and what's not real. Seven of Cups has an element of illusion to it. So you may be worried about not having enough information or not having the facts on something. Or maybe you either maybe have too many options, or maybe you feel that what's in front of you or the possibilities in front of you may be fantasy or maybe illusory. Now, Buckle of Ices here indicates a situation where the efforts that you are making will be rewarded. So whatever's going on here, I feel like even if you're not sure about something, I feel like you need to move forward. Because if you don't move forward, you're not going to yield any results. You don't want to kind of get stuck in this amorphous state of indecision about things. I think you are worried about whether or not you are making the right decision on something, whether you have all the information, whether everything is secure. I mean, again, if we see some bad information over here in the third house, which has to do with messages, but then again, you do have this strong star energy and so forth, and this strong protection in your own house. So I don't know. I can also say the Seven of Cups sometimes has to do with doing something online. So maybe some of you are picking up an online job that maybe is perhaps a little bit stressful or requires a lot of work, but is something rewarding in the end. So yeah, see how that fits for you. Okay, a couple archangels in this reading in terms of it, the angel tarot and how it appears. So those are, of course, are major arcana, and they seem significant. This has to do with your relationships. This is Libra energy. So it's marriages, so legalized partnerships, long-term relationships. If you're interested to see about how a particular relationship will, whether or not, one of your questions in coming into this reading is, will a partnership that I have or somebody I'm interested in blossom into a long-term relationship? That would be an element of this house. But it can also have to do with business partnerships, anything that involves contracts, legal situations. And you have Hathor with the Wheel of Fortune here. Metatron is the Wheel of Fortune. And so, okay, Wheel of Fortune seems to indicate something that is out of your hands, out of your control. Now, Hathor can have to do with a woman. This can be you. Okay, you could, if you're a female, this could be you. It could be somebody who has a strongly feminine side. Could be somebody potentially who's Taurus or Virgo, because I feel like those are the main signs associated with this. There's also strong Empress energy here. So I do feel like in a relationship situation, you may want to wait for somebody to come to you if you're looking for long-term love. And Wheel of Fortune seems to indicate that, destiny or the universe or however you want to look at it is going to sort that out. There may be a fated relationship that's coming in, especially since we see such strong love energy down here in the fifth house. If you're already married, then this can just indicate a shift in the wheel. There could be a change. If you're the woman in the partnership, perhaps you're going to be playing a significant role. If you're not, then maybe, your female partner or female identifying partner will be. But there's definitely a strong feminine energy. There's a sense of passivity when it comes to femininity. Because you have to remember, you were talking about feminine in the macro sense, not in the individual sense. And that would be, just as yang energy is very active, in Taoism and in yin yang, yin energy, which is feminine, is very passive. So, and I say that because with the Wheel of Fortune, there's definitely a sense of kind of sitting back and waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to come to you rather than you putting something out there. So if you're already married and in a relationship, this may be a situation where you just need to sit back and wait for the universe to do its thing. This could also be true of a business partnership. Okay. Eighth house, Scorpio energy. This is transformational energy. So this has to do with major transformations in your life. Can have to also do with other people's money. And yeah, you've got Judgment with Osiris. So Judgment, there could be a legal matter here. Something that maybe is going to bring you money from somebody else. Osiris has a strong father energy to it. So, for some people, this could be the father. It could just be another strong emperor type figure. Aries, maybe you're Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. But there's definitely, okay, I feel like the main thing here is in a house of transformation, Osiris indicates putting down roots and finding stability. So this may be something that you're doing right now. You may be trying to get your feet on the ground, find a solid place to be. And with Judgment, If it doesn't have to do with legal matters, then judgment would have to, or, again, related to other people's money, judgment could just be that you are looking to finally put something to rest or something to bed, or something that's coming around again may finally be reconciled and sorted out. So judgment definitely has to do with, taking the rough with, sorting the wheat from the chaff. I think that's the expression that's used probably in the book of Revelation, right? But there's this idea of, deciding what stays and what goes, and trying to find stability. So I feel like that's your focus right now. Ninth house is Cancer, and Cancer energy, I'm sorry, did I say Cancer? I'm doing the reading for Cancer. This is Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius is not the ninth house. Jupiter energy. And Jupiter has to do with expansion, travel, higher ed, higher educational institutions, religious institutions, anything having to do with expanding your horizons or deeper learning of some kind or travel. You have Nine of Pentacles with Nephthys. Okay, so to me, these are not cards of travel. So I don't feel like travel's happening for you right now. Nephthys indicates a situation that maybe is unclear, that you're waiting to see what's going to happen. Nine of Pentacles is a very strong, first of all, it's a very strong financial omen. It's a very good financial omen, because the Nine of Pentacles it definitely indicates wealth, independence. It's a lot of strong single energy to this as well. So you may be somebody in a position like on your own that has enough wealth to give to other people. So this could be you as a teacher or mentor as well in the ninth house, which is house of education. This could be wealth that comes through an educational or religious institution. So again, take that as it resonates. But, there's a ripeness here, but there's something that's still not happened yet. Okay. So I feel like there's a situation that is maybe coming to a close, coming to a successful and stable kind of a close, both financially and otherwise. And Nephthys may indicate that there's more to see or more to come, but you don't have all the information yet. So if you're thinking about taking a long trip, you're thinking about moving into a higher ed, situation, getting another degree or doing something, or, maybe you work in higher ed, whatever it is, there's something that has not happened yet. So, so you may just want to worry about, again, establishing your own security at this point, and waiting for whatever's meant to be coming in here to show up, really. 10th house is Capricorn energy. Capricorn has to do with your career, your reputation, your fame, potentially the father. And we have Page of Pentacles with Isis. So Isis can indicate a situation where, okay, there's a very strong nurturing vibe, and you are Cancer, okay? So Cancer automatically, just by nature, has a strong caring energy here. So this may be the kind of vibe that you're putting out, regardless of what your profession is. Now, Page of Pentacles has strong student energy to it. So maybe you're a teacher or mentor. Maybe you are starting out on a new track financially, trying to do something new, maybe that's connected more to nurturing or healing. It could also just be a situation that you've started something new and you need be patient, persevere, but be patient and wait for the results. So, so take that as it resonates. 11th house is Aquarius energy, and Aquarius has to do with friendships. It has to do with your social networks. It has to do with your goals, destiny, your hopes and wishes. And you have Justice with Earth. Okay, so there could be certainly a wish for finances, for more money. Justice could indicate that justice has to do with putting a situation to rights. So sometimes this has a legal inflection, but there's definitely a sense of, righting wrongs, creating balance, finding truth. And money seems to be part of, this could just also be about creating a stable situation. So there definitely seems to be a connection. Maybe this is connection to somebody in your friend group. Maybe this has to do with a wish that you have. But there's definitely this strong vibe here of, finding justice and about having, this kind of financial stability as well. I would say as a piece of advice, this would indicate trying to find balance in things, and also trying to, the idea that something may be moving along slowly and steadily. So take that as it resonates for you. 12th house, we have Pisces energy, and Pisces has to do with the with what's not seen, what's hidden. Frequently, it has to do with what our fears are, what we're repressing, what we're not acknowledging or looking at. And you have Queen of Swords with Scarab. So Scarab indicates that there's definite change afoot, okay? And maybe you are fearful about these changes because you're Queen of Swords. You may be looking at something from too cerebral or too academic of a perspective. Like Queen of Swords is devoid of emotion, and you are not somebody who, you're an emotional sign, you know, you're a water sign. You're not somebody, I mean, yes, there are times when we all need to like cut out the emotions, be it to be detached, look at something from a particular situation. But I feel like there's almost a coldness here, almost a cynicism. I think that's the word that I'm looking for, a cynicism about change. And this is showing up in your house of fear. So I think you are trying to repress this, especially with you in the first house, trying to be more open, trying to be reaching out to people. But there definitely is a kind of cynicism here about change and about whether or not that's going to come about. Maybe you've had bad past experiences and you're saying, oh, well, the bad past experience is going to happen again. But remember, this is in the house of fears. This is not in the house of what's actually going to manifest. Overall, you have the King of Swords with Lotus. So yeah, there's some decisions to be made here. King of Swords actually does indicate that there may be a need to, again, I'm seeing this idea with judgment, sorting the wheat from the chaff. You may be in a situation where you need to figure out, you know, what's what, and you may need to sit down and do a kind of detailed and dispassionate analysis of a situation. Lotus would also indicate the need for calming the mind, so there could be something that you are very anxious about right now. And again, I feel like this anxiety connects to another person and not necessarily to you. There could be, King of Swords can indicate have to do with judgment or legal matters or even educational matters. So, because King of Swords is somebody who is an authority figure of some kind. And maybe there's worries or concerns about that. Maybe that's something that's informing the rest of this reading. But ultimately, I think there's places where you need to emotionally detach. But overall, I think you just need to, again, try to sort truth from not truth and just focus on achieving stability in a situation, achieving control over your own house, over things that are going on. Not getting too concerned about delays or about difficult messages, because again, there seems to be this impetus towards this new energy, this Fool energy, and again, if there's financial concerns, that all definitely looks like it's going to get sorted. The same with relationship issues. So let's see what we have for you this week, Cancer, in terms of the Fairy Oracle. What's the extra card that we have for you for the week? Okay, Cancer, for this week of February 6th through 12th, 2024. What do they need to know? Let's give me a card. Waiting for somebody to flip here. Oh, here we go. Okay. We have gotcha. Okay. As you can tell by the look of this guy, gotcha is somebody who comes in who's this kind of unexpected energy, this kind of sabotaging energy. And again, I just have a note here on gotcha. There's definitely this a sense of the unexpected here. This could be an unexpected breakdown of existing structures. So there may be a need to break out of the safe, familiar, and comfortable, or else it will be broken down for you. So, okay, so this is definitely telling you that change is definitely afoot. You can't be afraid of change, just as we have Scarab over here. And if you don't make the changes on your own, they will be made for you. So this has like really a strong, almost tower component, even though the tower has not shown up in this reading. And so yeah, so there is change coming. Just flow with the change. Don't fight it. I guess that's probably the message that I would connect with this card here in this particular situation. So yeah, so there's a lot coming up, Cancer. Not all of it's, there's been some stress over communications, but overall, I think you are in a position where you are about to be very successful. I think you just need to kind of get your feet on the ground and see what's real and what's not real for you right now. So that's it for this week. I hope this reading was helpful. If you did like this reading, please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment if you would like. Subscribe if you enjoy this channel. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. These come up every Monday, as I mentioned. And, so hopefully, like I said, if this has resonated with you this time, hopefully it will be resonate for you again next week. But as I have mentioned, if for some reason it doesn't, you may want to check the readings for your ascendant, moon sign, or some other aspect of your chart that's important. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.